Coach, I don't even know how to describe that, so I'll let you. What what happened out there to have that kind of game where you're down, you got foul trouble all over the place, but still managed to get the W?
It's just a lot of competitive guys with a ton of drive and will. And like I just told them, this was what I wanted to experience in this bubble, was something like this, where we just had our backs against the wall, and across the board we got efforts from everybody. Even though we didn't make the smartest plays tonight in the first half, in the second half, that third quarter, we won 36-19. And it was just will. It was drive. It was will. It was a never quit attitude. And I was just proud of them. I was just wanting them to experience something like that together so that we can grow as a team. And I'm thankful we got the win against a really good team. We certainly couldn't stop those guys. Porzingis and Doncic had 70 points, but no one else got a rhythm, and I think that helped us a little bit.
Coach, next question comes from Cameron Cox with 12 News. He'll be followed by Kellen Olson with Arizona Sports.
Coach, congrats on the win. Just take us through your emotions. I mean, what are you thinking in that third quarter when you guys go on a run and then they get close again and then Book fouls out? Just what were your emotions like sitting back and watching it?
No, I was just trying to manage the game. When you have two guys like Book and DA with foul trouble, you're trying to manage the game as best you can for the guys who are out there in moments that, they haven't been in with this group. And so my emotions were just, trying to stay as level-headed as I could so that I could, make good decisions for, campaign, JC. Those guys came in and gave us a heck of a boost. And I'm in the mode of, I want to enjoy it for about 20 minutes, and now I'm on to the next. That's the mentality I have to have in this situation. It's a big time win. I want the guys to enjoy it, but I got to get back and break down film and get ready for tomorrow. It's 11:53 here, so it's pretty late for a basketball game, but I'm thankful we won it.
And next up is Kellen Olson with Arizona Sports. He'll be followed by Gina Mizell. Go ahead, Kellen.
Hey, Monty, with the way things were flowing in the first half, it felt like one of those games that could get away from you. But from this perspective, at least, it seemed like Ricky and Devin really just willed you guys on offense to kind of hang around enough, and then they continued to make plays in the second half. Just how great was it for you as the coach to see those two guys kind of lead the team offensively in the way they did to keep you guys in it until you could win the game?
Yeah, they've been doing that all year, right? That's been their MO. And, DA has been playing lights out, and he picks up fouls and didn't have much of a rhythm. But you're right. In that first half, Book and Ricky just stayed with it. And they put so much pressure on you. Tonight, I just felt like they were in our paint a ton. They were driving by us, getting offensive rebounds, and those two guys didn't let that deter them. They just stayed the course, and we just kept saying that in the huddles, like, just stay the course, hold on, we'll have a chance to win. And we did. That it's a testament to those two guys and how they're leading.
All right, we're going to switch up the order. Next up is going to be Tim Bontemps with ESPN. He'll be followed by Gina Mizell. Go ahead, Tim.
Hey, Monty. I know obviously you guys came down here hoping to make the playoffs, and obviously with 2 wins, you've got every chance to do that. But how important is it also for a young team like this to be able to be in games like this, in a setting like this, and to kind of learn how to play and win in these kind of moments?
Well, I think if nothing else, they understand, the stuff that we say as coaches isn't just coach speak. We talked about discipline a ton in the first half. We were fouling guys a ton. We were giving up offensive rebounds, and we were giving up so many blow-bys. And so this is a moment, an experience for us to understand in environments like this, when every possession counts, the discipline has to be at a high level. But you can't play on edge, and you can't play restricted. You have to be able to play your game, but you have to understand the little things that matter. And when we have a saying, everything counts. And tonight was an everything counts. Not so much in the first half, but in the second half, we did the stuff that counted that gave us a chance to win.
All right, next up we have Gina Mizell. Go ahead, Gina.
Hey, Monty, you sort of just mentioned a bit ago just managing the game with the foul trouble and everything. Just can you kind of take us through your thought process on how you decided when to bring Book back, when to bring DeAndre back, just how you sort of went about figuring out just the right time to bring them back in the game?
Yeah, Gina, I mean, I wish I had like some, equation for you, but it's a feel thing, and you're hoping it works out. You're trying to hold off as best you can. And the thing that allowed me to do it was Jevon and Cam. Those guys came into the game, and Dario. They came into the game and just gave us boost after boost after boost. And we got the lead, and that allowed us to keep those guys on the bench for a bit longer. But your mindset is, you don't want to keep them on the bench so long that they get cold. And so you're just juggling those emotions. You're juggling timeouts. When do I challenge? All the stuff that coaches deal with every night. And so that was my mindset was, I don't want them sitting over there so long that they get cold, but they were in a dire situation when those guys have 5 fouls. That's a situation where you got to hold them over there as long as you can or as long as you need to.
All right, thank you very much for your time, Coach.
Thank you, guys.
Ready, Ricky?
Got Ricky Rubio coming up next. So if you've got questions for Ricky, please raise your hands.
All right, Ricky, we're going to get started with a question from Tim Bontemps with ESPN. He'll be followed by Saul Gomez with El Imparcial in Mexico. Go ahead, Tim.
Hey, Ricky. I know you guys came down here with every intention of trying to make the playoffs, and obviously with 2 wins, you're right in the mix, have a chance to do that. But for a young team as one of the veterans on it, how important is it for these young guys to kind of learn what it's like to play in games like this and environments like this and understand the importance of, finishing off games and having to perform on a big stage like this?
It's huge. What we come here, it's a goal mindset, but we show it tonight that this kind of games is going to help us grow, especially in a young team like we are. You can't practice that. You got to go through a process and you can't skip it. And coming here really helps it. And now that we're here, chances are super low, but we have chances. That's why we're here. So why not go out there, play hard, and see what happens. Now with 2 wins, everything looked good, but we know that we have to win almost all and wait for all the teams to lose. But our mindset is going out there every game, compete, growth as a team. This young core hasn't been together for a long time. DA missed 25 games in the beginning of the season, and now we're catching up.
All right, Ricky, next up is Saul Gomez from El Imparcial. He'll be followed by Dwayne Rankin with the Arizona Republic. Go ahead, Saul.
Ok, thank you. Hola, Ricky, ¿cómo estás? 2 preguntitas nada más. Físicamente, ¿cómo te encuentras? Obviamente, tomando en cuenta que regresaste tarde a la pretemporada, esta temporada del equipo, y tomando en cuenta que contraquiste lo que es el COVID. Y otra pregunta es, ¿cómo es para ti unirte a una causa social externa aquí en Estados Unidos? Veía que disentías una publicación del diario AS en España. ¿Cómo es para ti unirte a esta causa social de exigir igualdad racial aquí en Estados Unidos?
Sí, el nivel físico no es el óptimo, claro, después de estar parado, pero creo que todos los ha pasado. Lo que pasa que, pasé el COVID y llego un poco más tarde y estoy un poco cogiendo el ritmo, pero no hay mucho tiempo, ¿no? Así que se hace lo que se puede, intentar recuperar, que no hayan viajes, eso ayuda muchísimo, y después intentar hacer todo lo posible para estar sano, ¿no? Y después, yo creo que no es una causa solo de Estados Unidos, es una causa mundial. El racismo existe, no solo aquí en Estados Unidos, sino en todo el mundo, y queremos utilizar esta plataforma sobre todo para llegar a mucha gente, para que abra los ojos. Creo que se ha tenido en silencio mucho tiempo, y eso también nos hace culpables a todos nosotros, ¿no? No solo los que ejecutaban el racismo, sino también los que dejaban que se hiciera, ¿no? Y yo creo que ha llegado un momento que bueno, con muchos eventos que ha pasado, la gente ha cogido fuerza y es un movimiento que no podemos parar, ¿no? Y como he dicho, claro que ahora lo estamos haciendo aquí en Estados Unidos y parece que solo existe aquí, y como pasó el otro día con el diario Ash, parecía que era un ataque al presidente, ¿no? Y para nada, yo creo que entre todos tenemos que poner nuestro granito de arena para que este mensaje llegue, pero para que llegue con soluciones, ¿no? No para nada crear más guerras y bandos. Yo creo que es lógico, ¿no? Que se pida que todo el mundo se trate por igual, da igual la raza que sea, el color de piel. Yo creo que es muy importante saber y educar bien, ¿no? Porque al final creo que también está en la educación, porque cuando empezamos de muy pequeños nos educan de una forma y a veces lo vemos normal, cosas que no son normales o no tendrían que ser normales.
Right, next up, we have Dwayne Rankin with the Arizona Republic. He'll be followed by Kellen Olson with Arizona Sports. Go ahead, Dwayne.
Thanks, Palmer. Rubio, I just wanted to ask about the bench. How huge were they in that third quarter when you're talking about Cameron Payne, Jevon Carter, and Dario Saric? How huge were they in that third quarter?
Amazing. We had foul trouble, and they came in ready to step up. We talked at the halftime that we didn't bring the juice in the first half. And with the foul trouble with DA and Book, I think they step up big, huge contribution. And that is what a playoff team does. Sometimes the starters gotta bring it. Sometimes the bench help when the starters don't have their night. But it's a whole team thing, and I think we show it tonight that we have a lot of weapons, and we're gonna keep improving, keep growing, and making some noise.
All right, Ricky, next up, we're going to have Gina Mizell. She'll be followed by Dave King with Bright Side of the Sun.
Hey, Ricky, when Devin fouls out with about 1:30 left, just what are you trying to do, not just with the ball in your hands, you draw the foul, all that stuff, but just to sort of direct your team and lead them just to the stretch run and to finish out a game like that?
Well, when you're thinking about game situations and close games, you always think the Book gonna be in there and thinking that the ball gonna go in his hands. When that happens, you just have to try to do the best. I've been in this situation enough time to really know what to do and where to do it. Made a big mistake at the end when Porzingis got the block. I should have pump fake and then draw the foul, but something that learning. But he came out with a victory. That's the most important thing. I think 1 minute left and we huddle, and I said that this is why we play basketball, for these kind of moments, and we're learning from it, and the growth is there, and of course winning helps, but playing these moments and play through adversity, that's big.
All right, my apologies, Kellen. Last question of the night is going to come from Dave King with Bright Side of the Sun.
Hey there, Ricky. I know you talked about it a little bit a couple of times, but at the point when Devin and DeAndre ended up with those 5 fouls or sitting on the bench, what was Monty saying to you guys? I know you knew what to do, but there was a lot of young guys out there on the court. What was Monty saying to everybody to keep everyone calm?
Well, we were having a battle against the referees, and that never goes well. So what we did is the bench came in and start playing basketball, play aggressive, and if they call foul, they call a foul. But I think JC, Cam, both Cams, Dario, play huge and understand that learning and reading the game from the bench, it's huge too, and coming in and knowing that what was hurting us, it was our defense, because they're one of the best, if not the best, offensive team in the league. And if you get stops, you can run on them. And that's what we did. We played defense and we kept running, playing basketball and playing our game.
All right. Thank you very much for your time tonight, Ricky.
Thank you.
Right, Jevon? Thank you.
I can take my mask off.
No, mask off.
Mask on. Yep. Thank you.
All right, Jevon, we're going to get started with a question from Kellen Olson with Arizona Sports. He'll be followed by Dwayne Rankin with the Arizona Republic. Go ahead, Kellen.
Hey, Jevon, can you just take me through the third quarter and what really got rolling for you guys there? As it seemed like the style of play just really got to the pace was so high.
We was able to turn it up defensively. You know, it's my job to keep the energy up, keep the guys hyped up, go in there, try to muck the game up, and just make a difference. I was just going out there telling guys, like, man, we only down a few points, 10 points, 12 points, whatever it is. The game is it's a whole lot of game left. But, like, I seen guys holding their head down, ref calling this, calling that, everybody's frustrated. I was just like, man, let's just go out there, play defense, and let's see what happens.
All right, next up we have Dwayne Rankin with the Arizona Republic. He'll be followed by Gina Mizell. Go ahead, Dwayne.
Thanks, Palmer. Jevon, there was a time, I think, late in the first half where Luka got frustrated because you got a foul on him and he was talking to you and you were just waving him off like, whatever. How much of it came down to where you guys said, hey, look, regardless of what's happening, we have to focus on the task at hand, and that maybe is what got you guys back in the game?
Yeah, man, that's just basketball. People going to talk. They're going to try to throw you off your game. But just, like I said, wave my hand, let them have it, stay focused, stay locked in. Basketball is a game of runs, and we did our thing.
All right, next up we have Gina Mizell. She'll be followed by Cameron Cox with Channel 12.
Hey, Jevon, even before tonight, Monty had mentioned how much he likes you and Cam Payne playing together, both the defensive pressure you can bring and also just on the other side of the floor too. How have you, from your perspective, how have the two of you gelled just even in the time playing in Orlando, and what do you feel like you can bring playing together on the floor just throughout the rest of these 8 games?
What I feel like we can bring is what we've been showing. You know, we come out there, try to play fast, pick it up defensively, try to make the right reads, get everybody involved. You know, it's like having 2 point guards out there at the same time that's both going to play hard, play fast, hit the open shot, and defend. You know, me and Cam, we hit as soon as he got here, we got along well right off the jump. You know, found out he was from Memphis. My family know his family. You know, me and him, we've been putting in extra work in when we can here in Orlando. We've been working out together extra. It's just good to have him here.
All right, Jevon, next up is actually going to be Dwayne Rankin with the Arizona Republic. Go ahead, Dwayne.
Yeah, Jevon, I know that obviously the win is huge, but what does it say about you guys to be able to deal with the fouls and everything else and to come out with a win like this with foul trouble and everything?
It's just showing our growth. You know, early in the season, we probably wouldn't have had the same outcome that we have, but I mean, we've been there all year. We lost a lot of close games. We've been fighting, and now we're just showing that we can finish our games now.